get everybody to stand up. I want to get an idea of something. If everybody can stand up. I want everybody that's been in BNI less than 1 year to hold your hands like this. Everybody that's been in BNI for 1 to 3 years, hold your hands like this. Everybody 3 years or over, hold it like that.
Are they being arrested?
No. See, what I bet my daughter I'd get a standing ovation. And, so she gets to cook dinner tonight. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. Just quickly about myself, I want to go into, and hopefully this will work. You get technology involved. You get Jeff to run it. Qualifications. You know, when you're wanting to deal with an advisor, you want to know that they are qualified to do what they say they will do. Graduated from the University of Tennessee, got my degree in finance in '93. This is what I've wanted to do since 8th grade. We had got a fictional $100,000 to invest in the stock market in '84, and I do remember 2 of the stocks we bought were Microsoft and Apple. So you can imagine what over 30 years those 2 would be. I've been securities insurance licensed since '94. As soon as I came out of college, got straight into the industry. Skinny had hair. It's been a long time since that happened. Also, I'm a certified financial planner. And that's important. There's a lot of people running around saying I'm an advisor, I'm this, I'm that. CFP, that is the designation to look for. That's like a master's degree in financial planning. You want to know that the person you're dealing with, that you're entrusting with your financial future, has the qualifications and knows what they're doing. It's kind of hard to see. My broker-dealer, what a broker-dealer is they are the ones that introduce and get all the relationships with all the product advisors, all the insurance companies, managed money providers. Cambridge Investment Research, they're an independent. Now, what does an independent broker-dealer mean? Well, you got bank broker-dealers, SunTrust, BB&T, which is where I was, First Tennessee. You have wirehouses, Merrill Lynch, UBS, Morgan Stanley. Then kind of in the middle is the independent. And the beauty of the independent channel is we don't have proprietary products. We don't have research that we brought a stock to market that we're trying to sell regardless of the performance or anything else. So independent broker-dealer, back to the very beginning, be able to give non-biased advice. They were broker-dealer of the year 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. The largest division, that'd be a Raymond James, LPL, Cetera. So in the biggest division of the independent channel, they have consistently been ranked the best of the best. Clear, so Elkmont Wealth Management does not hold any of your money in our name. We do not hold it in my name. If you have mutual funds, either they're held at the provider or they're held at National Financial Services, which is owned by Fidelity. They're the second clearest clearing firm. So if you buy stocks or bonds, Fidelity holds it, not Jim Ridley, not Elkmont Wealth. Services we provide, once again, back to the independent model. We work however fits your model. Some people maybe, hey, I just want to buy a 529 college savings plan. All right, that's just a transaction, a commission base, it's done. You can do fee-based. So instead of charging commissions, it's a flat fee. So as the account does better, you make more, we make more. But as I'm trading inside the account, it's not costing you anything. So therefore, I am not motivated to buy and sell things on commission. It is fee-based, we can do what's right, or strictly hourly. Like going to an attorney. Hey, I just need to get some advice on doing this. We meet for 2 hours, you pay a fee, and you're out the door. Financial plans. eMoney is the financial planning software that we use, which is easily the top financial planning software that's out there. The great thing with it is it can aggregate all of your accounts. If you got a Smart Bank checking account, a Merrill Lynch account, an Edward Jones account, First Tennessee, we can pull all the data feeds into one place, and you can see everything that you have in one place. Plus, it updates daily, so the financial plan we do updates daily also. The problem with most financial plans is it's a static look in time. Well, the further you get away from now, the less accurate it's going to be. We do mutual funds, annuities, stocks, bonds. I also do life, long-term care, and life insurance. I know that's one of the things that we're looking at, but I have access to practically every insurance company out there, so we can do insurance. Medicare supplements, employer retirement plans. We can do 401ks. We can do defined benefit plans, money purchase, SEPs, IRAs, simple 401ks. Alternative investments, that's kind of a thing that's a little newer. The generic stocks and bonds did good for so many years, but now there's other products coming to the market that are not correlated. So if stocks are going up and down, it doesn't move with it. It is completely opposite. And that could be business development companies, oil and gas. We have access to private debt and equity, managed futures. We also have trust services. So you've got money that probably don't want to hand $400,000 to your children because they will be broke in 2 years. Well, we have access to multiple trust companies where they can manage it, dole it out based on how you want it to be done. I mentioned the picture earlier about the perspective of what it looks like. This is a picture of a Mont Blanc pen. These are supposedly higher-end pen writing instruments. The urban legend story behind these is, back in the 30s, Adolf Hitler pulled in his best Jewish artisans and said, develop me a pen that will stand out, that people will look in awe of. So they have, this is supposed to be the Swiss Alps, the Alps, snow-covered Alps, beautiful pen. But the reality is, the Star of David. So Adolf Hitler, who hated Jews, is carrying a pen with the Star of David. But his perspective was the snow-covered mountains. The reality is the Star of David. So what does that mean? Well, perspective. When people are talking about their investments, most of the time all they're talking about is return. That's all they look at. So, ideally, you've got your return, you've got your risk, you want to be right here. But is there any way to get a high return with no risk? No. But some people are like, well, I made 8. Well, is that good? It's got to be relative to something. If you're taking a lot of risk, I'd rather make 6 with low risk than 8 with 3 times the risk. So part of what we do is we analyze what our risk tolerance is of the client. Because this is, I know this chart is hard to see, but this is looking at cash, bonds, stocks, large companies, REITs. What may be the best one year, could be the worst. What we want to be is the black. We want to be in the middle. That's what a diversified portfolio is going to do. We're not always looking for the best, but by God, we certainly don't want to be the worst. So what is financial planning? Well, in the financial planning process, we look at statements, insurance planning, risk management, employee benefits, investment planning, income tax, retirement. We look at everything. We have to aggregate everything together to make sure that what we are doing, the plan that we have, is going to work, because you don't want to get to 62 and be broke. We did the senior center event Friday at Fort Sanders up Chapman Highway, and there 400 people came through there. I mean, there was anything free, they wanted it. But in talking to people, I bet if I didn't hear it once, I heard it 50 times. Well, I wish I had some money. All I got is Social Security. Nobody wants to be 65 living on $827.13. And the sooner you start on getting this plan in place, the better off you're going to be. This is what the e-money looks like. This would be a home screen, and it's web friendly, so you can get on your phone. You can pull in all the investments. You can see what your daily change is, your net worth. It's got all kinds. It's got an online vault, so you can upload deeds, marriage certificates, wills, power of attorneys anywhere in the world. You can pull that up and look at it. Speaking of wills, how many people in here? There's 4 basic documents everybody needs to have. durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, will, and living will. How many people have those 4 documents? We got 1, 2, 3. Well, it's better than I thought. 5 is what my guess was, because usually it works out to about 1/4 to 1/3 of the people have that. Without those, you're asking for trouble. Power of attorney, had a client, catastrophic wreck. He had a $3 million brokerage account in his name only. This is September of '07, which was the height of the market. By the time the wife got conservatorship, it was worth $600,000. Now, it wasn't my account, it was somebody else's, but that was the first time I'd met with them. Can't do anything. If you have a 401k, IRAs, those have to be individually titled. A spouse cannot get to them. Unless you're room temperature, he or she is not able to get to it. That means dead. Back to knowing who you're dealing with, I encourage everybody to go to this top one, brokercheck.finra.org. Anybody that is licensed will show up there. It'll show any written complaints that they've had, what the complaint was, what the resolution was. If they don't show up on there, it means that they are not registered. And once again, register means the ability to sell securities. Second one, letsmakeaplan.org. That's based on the financial planning. Hopefully this will work here. This
Let me
may
talk to
seem
you about
nice.
returns. 401k don't sound way to go. Let's talk asset allocation. Sure.
Be knowledgeable, professional.
Would you trust me as your financial advisor?
I would.
I would. Well, let's be clear. I'm actually a DJ.
That is not me.
No
Because I can't
financial
dance.
experience at all. That really is.
If you're not a CFP pro, you just don't know. Find a certified financial planner professional who's thoroughly vetted at letsmakeaplan.org. CFP, work with the highest.
So, a lot of people say they are something. CFP is proof. 10-hour test, 5 years experience, there's all kinds of things we have to go through. So, know who you're dealing with, because, and I'll close on this, if anybody remembers Dennis Bowles down in Gatlinburg. This is from the FBI's website back in 2010. Dennis Bowles, formerly Gatlinburg, Tennessee, was sentenced today in the United States District Court to serve 327 months in prison. He's ordered to pay $12 million in restitution. Bowles admitted that through his scheme to defraud, he received $21,584,000 from investors, but actually only invested $1.6 million. Of the $21 million received, $9.6 million was returned to existing investors. It was a Ponzi scheme, but he wasn't registered. He was running some crazy stuff. If people would have done the research, they would have found out the guy was a fraud. But they didn't, and people lost millions. So, know who you're dealing with, be a professional, and we'd love the opportunity to sit with you anytime. I'm Jim Ridley with Elkmont Wealth Management.